That $50 LLC you filed online is the reason banks laugh at your funding application, and I'm about to show you exactly why. I'm Hugo Aquino, and after helping hundreds of entrepreneurs access millions in business capital, I can tell you that how you file your LLC determines whether lenders take you seriously or immediately reject you. Most people think an LLC is just paperwork, but banks can spot the difference between a legitimate business and someone who just wants tax write-offs from a mile away. Today, I'm breaking down the exact LLC filing strategy that makes banks fight to give you money instead of finding reasons to say no. Look, I get it. You want to save money wherever you can when starting your business, but filing your LLC the cheap way is like showing up to a job interview in pajamas and wondering why you didn't get hired. Your LLC is the foundation of everything that comes after. Business credit, funding approvals, vendor relationships, even how customers perceive your business. I grew up watching my immigrant parents work multiple jobs because they didn't understand how business systems actually work in America. They thought hard work was enough, but I learned that in business, perception often matters more than reality. And your LLC filing is the first impression you make on every bank, lender, and business partner you'll ever deal with. So let's dive into how to file your LLC like someone who actually means business. Why most LLC filings fail. Before we talk about doing it right, let's talk about why most people do it wrong. The majority of entrepreneurs file their LLC thinking it's just a legal formality. They go to LegalZoom, pay $50 to $200, fill out some basic forms, and think they're done. But here's what they don't realize. Banks and lenders have specific things they look for that determine whether they see you as a real business or a hobby. The $50 LLC red flags. Generic business purpose statements that say nothing. Your home address as a business address. No registered agent service. Basic filing with no additional business protections. No guidance on business structure optimization. Banks see this setup and immediately categorize you as a small-time operation that's not serious about growth. The credibility gap. Here's what most people don't understand. Your LLC filing creates a public record that anyone can look up. When a bank reviews your funding application, they're not just looking at your credit score. They're researching your business entity to see if it looks legitimate. If your LLC shows a home address, a vague business purpose, and basic filing information, banks assume you're running a side hustle, not a scalable business. And side hustles don't get six-figure credit lines. The business banking problem. When you try to open business bank accounts with a poorly filed LLC, banks ask questions you can't answer professionally. They want to see business licenses, registered agent information, and clear business purpose. If you filed the cheap way, you're scrambling to explain why your business looks unprofessional. The credibility first LLC strategy. Now let's talk about how to file your LLC so that every bank, lender, and business partner immediately takes you seriously. Choose the right state. Most people automatically file in their home state, but that's not always the smartest move. Different states offer different advantages. Delaware. Known for business-friendly laws and corporate structure flexibility, many major corporations are incorporated in Delaware because of their court of chancery systems and well-developed business law. Wyoming offers strong privacy protections and no state income tax for LLCs. Nevada, no state income tax and strong asset protection laws. Your home state, often the simplest for tax purposes and local business licensing. The key is understanding the trade-offs. If you're planning to raise investment capital or go public eventually, Delaware might make sense. If you're focused on privacy and asset protection, Wyoming could be better. For most small businesses, filing in your home state is perfectly fine, but make sure you understand your options. Craft a professional business purpose. This is where most people completely blow it. They write something generic like general business activities or any lawful purpose. Banks see this and assume you don't even know what your business does. Instead, write a specific but broad business purpose that shows expertise while allowing for growth. For example, instead of consulting services, management consulting, businesses development, and strategic planning services for small and medium-sized enterprises. Instead of digital marketing services, brand development, and customer acquisition strategies for businesses in the technology and professional services sectors. The goal is to sound professional and specific while maintaining flexibility for future growth. Get a professional business address. Using your home address immediately signals hobby business to bankers. Even if you work from home, get a professional business address through virtual office services. Companies like Regis, WeWork, or local virtual office providers give you a commercial address address for mail and legal purposes. UPS Store or Postnet, more affordable option that provides a street address, not a PO box. Co-working spaces, many offer virtual membership that includes a business address. This single change can dramatically improve how banks perceive your business legitimacy. Registered agent strategy. Most cheap LLC filings either skip the registered agent service or provide basic coverage that doesn't add credibility. Here's why this matters and how to do it right. Why registered agents matter for credibility. Your registered agent is who receives legal documents and official state correspondence for your business. Banks look at this information because it shows whether you're taking legal compliance seriously, if you have professional business services, how seriously you treat your business structure. Professional versus personal registered agent. You can serve as your own registered agent, but this doesn't help your credibility. Professional registered agent services shows that you understand business compliance requirements, you're investing in proper business infrastructure, you're treating your LLC like a real business, not a hobby. What to look for in registered agent services. Don't just pick the cheapest option. Look for services that provide professional business address in a commercial district, compliance monitoring and deadline reminders, document scanning and digital delivery, additional business services that you might need later. Operating agreement essentials. Most states don't require operating agreements for single member LLCs, so most people skip this step. Big mistake. Banks and lenders often request operating agreements during the funding process, and not having one makes you look unprepared. Why operating agreements build credibility. Even if you're the only LLC member, an operating agreement shows you understand business legal requirements. You've thought through business operations systematically. You are prepared for growth and potential investment. Key elements banks wants to see. Your operating agreements should clearly outline member roles and responsibilities, profit and loss distribution, decision-making processes, procedures for adding new members, business dissolution procedures, professional drafting versus templates. While templates can work for simple situations, having an attorney draft your operating agreement adds another layer of credibility. It shows you're serious about legal compliance and business protection, business license and compliance setup. Filing your LLC is just the beginning. The licenses and permits you obtain immediately after filing determine whether banks see you as fully legitimate or partially compliant. Research industry-specific requirements. Different businesses need different licenses. Professional services often require professional licenses or certifications. Retail may need seller's permits and local business licenses. Food service, health department permits and food handler licenses. Construction, contractor licenses and bonding requirements. Banks know the licensing requirements for different industries. If you're missing obvious licenses, they question whether you understand your own business. Local business licenses. Don't overlook city and country requirements. Most businesses need general business license from the city, zoning compliance verification, fire department clearance, if applicable, health department permits for certain businesses. Having all local licenses shows banks that you're fully compliant and serious about operating legally. Professional certifications. If your industry has relevant certifications, get them before applying for funding. Banks see certifications as risk reduction because they indicate professional competence. Banking and financial setup. Your LLC filing directly impacts your business banking options, which affects your funding opportunities. Choose the right bank for business banking. Not all banks are created equal for business accounts. Consider local community banks, often more flexible for small businesses and willing to build relationships. Credit unions may offer better rates and move personalized service. National banks, better for businesses that will operate in multiple states. Online banks, often better rates but less relationship building opportunity. Business banking requirements. When you open your business bank account, you'll need articles of organization, your LLC filing documents, operating agreements, EIN, employer identification number, business license, initial deposit. Having all documents ready and professional makes the process smooth and builds credibility with the bank. Separate everything immediately. From day one, keep personal and business finances completely separate. Never use personal accounts for business expenses. Don't use business accounts for personal expenses. Keep detailed records of all business transactions. Use business credit cards only for business expenses. Bank scrutiny scrutinize this separation when evaluating funding applications. EIN and tax considerations. Your employer identification number, EIN, is crucial for business credibility, even if you don't have employees. Get your EIN immediately. Apply for your EIN as soon as your LLC is approved. You need it for opening business bank accounts, building business credit, filing business tax returns, most businesses, applications, and services, tax election timing. Consider your tax election carefully. Default, disregarded entity, simplest for single members LLC. S corporation election can save self-employment taxes if you have significant income. C corporation election, rarely beneficial for small LLCs. You can change elections later, but starting with the right choice saves complications. Building immediate credibility. Once your LLC is filed properly, take immediate steps to build business credibility. Professional communication setup. Business email. Use your domain name, not Gmail or Yahoo. Business phone. Separate line with professional voicemail. Website. Even a simple site shows you're serious about your business. Business address. Used consistently across all platforms. Business credit foundation. Start building business credit immediately. Apply for business credit cards. Establish accounts with vendors who report to business credit bureaus. Consider secured business credit cards if needed. Monitor your business credit reports. Professional services network. Establish relationships with business attorney, accountant or bookkeeper, insurance agent, business banker. Having professional advisors shows banks that you're serious about business success. Common LLC filing mistakes. Let me break down the most expensive mistakes I see entrepreneurs make when filing their LLCs. Mistake number 1, focusing only on the cost. The cheapest filing option usually creates the most problems later. Spending an extra $500 to $1,000 on proper filing can save you thousands in loss of funding opportunities. Mistake number 2, generic business names like John Smith LLC or ABC Services LLC don't build brand credibility. Choose a name that sounds professional and industry specific. Mistake number 3, wrong business classification. Your NAICS codes affects everything from funding eligibility to government contracts. Research codes carefully and choose the most specific one that applies. Mistake number 4, incomplete initial filings. Don't file just the minimum required documents. Complete all optional filings that add credibility and protection. Mistake number 5, no follow-up compliance. Filing your LLC is just the beginning. Ongoing compliance, annual reports, and proper maintenance are crucial for maintaining credibility. Investment in your future. Here's the bottom line. Filing your LLC properly isn't an expense. It's an investment in every future business opportunity. The real cost of cheap filing. That $50 you saved on filing could cost you. Denied funding applications were tens of thousands. Higher interest rates on approved loans, reduced credibility with potential partners, complications when trying to sell your business, legal problems from improper structure. The ROI of professional filing. Proper LLC filing typically costs $800 to $2,000 when done professionally, but the return of investment is massive. Better funding approval rates, lower interest rates on business loans, easier bank account approval, professional credibility with customers and partners, strong legal protection for your assets. Long-term business success. Your LLC structure affects every aspect of your business. How customers perceive your professionalism, whether vendors extend credit terms, your ability to attract investors or partners, your protection from personal liability, your options for business growth and expansion. Conclusion, I'm not telling you to overcomplicate your business or spend money you don't have to, but I am telling you that how you file your LLC determines whether the business world takes you seriously or treats you like a hobby. Banks, lenders, customers, and partners all judge your business by how professional your foundation looks, and your LLC filing is that foundation. The difference between someone who gets funded and someone who gets denied often comes down to these seemingly small details that signal whether you're running a real business or just hoping to make some extra money. Take the time to file your LLC properly. Choose a professional business address, write a specific business purpose, get proper licenses, set up business banking the right way, way, these steps don't guarantee success, but they remove the barriers that keep most people stuck. Your business idea might be brilliant, but if your business structure screams amateur, no one will ever take you seriously enough to find out. Invest in your foundation. File your LLC like someone who actually means business, because business world is watching and first impressions matter more than you think. If this breakdown helped you understand why LLC filing matters for business credibility, hit that subscribe button. I share insider strategies about building legitimate businesses that attract funding and growth opportunities every single week. And if you're ready to get serious about building a fundable business foundation, check the description for resources on proper business structure and funding readiness. Remember, you're not just filing paperwork, you're building the foundation for everything your business will become. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we dive deep into the business banking strategy that makes lenders compete to give you credit. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss these insider strategies that actually work.